Good evening, 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 good evening. And welcome to Game Night on Thursday, the 2nd of July. I hope you're all doing well. This is an unusual experience for me because I'm going headphoneless because like a complete div, I forgot to charge them. Hello dog, yes, I love you as well. Forgot to charge them, and I kind of need them for the drain. And my cable is just too short to be able to wear them while the charger is on. Yes, hello, dog. Well, hello. Hello there. Hello. So I've got my soundbar on. Please do let me know if it's picking up when the game audio's on, if there's any interference. But yes, it's yes, this is now a dog stream. He's taken over. Anyway, slight change of schedule. We are starting with Google That. We have got the drain coming up a bit later on. I'll tell you more about that in due course. But if you want to take part in tonight's quiz, you'll need the universal controller, which is there. You'll need the room code, which is there, and also now there. LRNX, do come and join the game. Here's a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
62 months sit time to play quiz behind virtual podiums, Ben.
Behind virtual podiums, indeed. Thank you very much for the 62 months there, Puzzle Dan. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. Everyone doing okay in the heat? Honestly, it's so strange. It's so strange playing without headphones, even though I've got the sound on a soundbar. It's like, I'm worried to turn it up too loud because I don't want it to capture and loop around infinitely because that would be a terrible thing to happen. But I hope you're keeping well and have had a productive week. I've had quite a productive week, which is nice. Yeah, looking forward to a bit of a weekend, which is on the horizon. Here's a message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref.
We now have aircon in the house. Sheer bliss.
That's what you want. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Matt the Ref. And yeah, I'm on my own for the next few days. Annie's gone to Italy for a week to stay with a friend because she's on summer holiday already as of this week. So it's just me and Dexter and the cats hanging around, which is kind of nice actually. It's sort of nice change of pace, which is a lot of yeah. It means basically means I'm staying up late and eating at slightly more sensible times than normal. But yeah, she's back next Wednesday. Actually, I say I'm looking forward to the weekend, but I've got an all day, but an all afternoon wedding on Saturday, stream in the evening, park run in the morning, and then church Sunday morning. And I was going to have Sunday afternoon off, but I've been roped into playing in a masterclass. There's some pianist is coming over of a colleague of mine, old lecturer of mine, now colleague, or contemporary. We play together in a trio. And she said, "Can you play in a masterclass?" I haven't given it a second thought. I said, "Yeah, sure, that would be fun." It's basically like a public lesson, but with there'll probably be like a dozen or so people there. I'm going to find something to play because I haven't played a proper piece of piano music for a while, so that'll be fun. Anyway, we've got Google That. This has been written by the Lupine One. It's been proofed by Lewis. I had a quick glance through it, and actually I needed to make some manual repairs because the export doesn't work entirely properly for Google That, but it should now be fixed. That will be going away in the fullness of time, hopefully for next season. There's changes abound coming in, and I'll say more about that when I've got a bit more to say, but that's sort of currently my... I sort of devised a new format, and then decided to get stuck into another tooling project. So I'll tell you more about that in due course. Coming up a bit later on, we have got the first of 3 semi-finals for the Drain. A run already safely through to the final, and our first one tonight after a bit of a changing of dates and scheduling is hard is the conclusion I'm drawing. But we've got Ben versus Vertigo versus... 2 other people who I've now completely forgotten about because it's not in front of me. Ben versus Vertigo versus Jerry versus Ralph is what we've got for our first semi-final tonight. Whoever wins that match will get a place in the final along with a run. Next semi-final is going to be this Saturday, and hopefully the final semi-final will be next Thursday, with the actual final being pegged for the 18th of July, which is a new season finale. 2 extra episodes, completely for free. 16th and 18th of July are being made things. So, yeah, make sure you mark your diaries. And I'm then going on a slightly extended break, not for any reason other than I need a break and then I'm on holiday. The plan is to come back on the 22nd of August. But I'm getting back from holiday on the 17th of August. I'm then in Cardiff for 4 days and back on Friday the 21st. And then coming straight back into stream on the 22nd. So hopefully I'll recover well on my holiday and I'll be ready to host again. Message from our sponsor JR.
I'm a year older. This has not translated to wisdom.
Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, JR. Many happy returns for yesterday, and I think to Alexander the Hurt as well. Also birthday yesterday. Lots of birthdays around this time. Hopefully you've got the bot fixed in the Discord server, which, by the way, you should totally come and join. Dexter, could you not mangle my green screen? We'd be grateful to the honourable gentleman. We've just been to throw his ball around the park, so he's a hot dog. Anyway, this is Google That. 5 rounds. I think there's 5 rounds in this one. Might be 6. Gallimore fry of questions provided by the Lupine one. I'm going to give it once more after this one around the lobby loop, and then we're going to lock it up. Let me say hello to you all while that's happening. Good evening, Lexi and JR, Fetz and Alexander, Lewis and Stilgar, Stimpson and SJ. Hello to Shapes and Lupine, Matt the Sprat and Matt the Ref, Puzzle Dan and Toot, Flyboy BC, CJ, John, Woollyback, Conradlack, Tafka Gabs, first time chatter, welcome on in. AB Me, Dalton Invasion, McMikey, Samster, Clive the Legend, Run Aromatics, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are all most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us on this rather warm July evening. I hope you're ready to play some Google That. Because that is going to be starting in about 30 seconds. Let me just glance at what's coming up on game night. Saturday, Red Herrings, The Drain and Risky Business. We've got Red Herrings by Fluffy, Risky Business by Oni. That should be a lot of fun. Next Thursday, The Drain and... Distinction, The Drain and Apex next Thursday. And then next Saturday, because, I mean, England may not be through to the World Cup quarterfinals by that point, but if they are, they'll be playing probably Brazil that night. So there's going to be a slightly shorter stream Saturday week with Power Play and The Abyss. But then 2 extra episodes adding on for the 16th and the 18th of July. I do hope you can join me for those. I said once more around the lobby loop. We have had that. Let's lock the lobby. And we've got 20 players available to play, according to my notes here. There's more than that in the game. Some players have obviously excluded. Some people don't want to be in hot seat play. And of the 20 who are available, 12 of them are going to be selected to join our hot seat game. Those of you who aren't selected, you still get to play along in the lobby game. It's just as fun. You just don't have quite as much attention drawn to you. Anyway, without any further ado, let's pick our dynamic dozen tonight. They are... First one out is Silver Electron onto the front row. Welcome to the game, Silver Electron. Hope you're keeping well. Welcome to Google That. Where's my pipe? There it is. Up to the top row now. There's Sam. Welcome on into the game, Samster. Well, I feel like I want to say 3rd appearance in Google That this season, but that's not what's going on here. Puzzle That is next, aka Puzzle Dan. Welcome to the centre row. Re-roll centre run. Coming back to the back row, it's Cola, taking a seat on seat number 1 or 2 if you don't count from 0. Welcome to the game, Cola. Into the middle row, it's Woollyback. Google Wichin is there, aka Woollyback. Welcome on into the game and onto the middle row. We should be filling the front row. Next we have indeed, and look who it is, it's birthday boy JR. Welcome to the game, JR. Hope you are ready. Half of our players in, let's pick the second half. Come to the back row now. There's Lexi. Welcome on into the game, Lexi. Good to have you here. And continuing now down to the front row, it's AB Me. With the A, the yellow A on the blue floor. Lovely stuff. Welcome to the game there, AB Me. Continuing into the middle row, it's Alexander the Hurt, the other birthday boy. Stream F-Bomb, aka Alexander. Welcome on into the game. Good to have you here. Just 3 spots left, the first of which is going to Jogging. Goodbye, Sober Day. Welcome on into the game, Jogging. Hope you're keeping well. 2 more seats to fill. Up at the back, there is Stimpson's Angle. Welcome to the game, Dr. Pepper himself. Hope you're ready to play. And one final seat needs taking there in the centre row, and it's going to Shapes. There's our 12 players. If you didn't get picked tonight, still play along. It's still good fun. I hope you're all ready to play Google That tonight. This is a stacked lineup, says Puzzle Dan. We've got some pedigree here, has to be said. We're a bit quieter tonight. Audience numbers a little bit down. Maybe everyone's gone for a barbecue or something. Or there's some. Is everyone watching the Spain game? I don't know. I don't even know what time it kicks off. I don't even know what football is, really. But I'm very grateful to those of you who are here. But yeah, for a slightly quieter stream, which is nice from time to time. So, welcome, you 12. If you don't know the rules because you've not played before or you've just have no persistent memory, then I'll explain the rounds as we go, but I'm sure you'll pick it up. The long and short of it is get questions right, but some of them have a little bit more subtlety than that. Shall we find out what's happening as we go to our first round, which, as always, is the early bird. So in the early bird, you're going to have multiple choice questions which you need to answer as quickly as possible. There's no countdown to the questions. As soon as I click the button, they become live. So it's about reading and selecting the button as quick as you can. In the hot seat game, the fastest correct player will score 10 points. Subsequent correct players will score 2 points fewer than the previous player. So 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. After the fifth correct answer is received, remaining players will get no points, irrespective of whether that answer is right or wrong. So it's not just about getting it right, it's about speed as well. In the audience game, first player gets points equal to the number of players in the audience game. Basically, danger zone rules in the audience game. The faster you answer correctly, the more points you get. Simple as that. I should just qualify at this point, despite the fact the game is called Google That is not to be seen as a challenge. It's more of a snide title, because when this format was developed, it was supposed to be Google proof, but again, you are not supposed to see that as a challenge. Please leave your search engines, LLMs and encyclopedias at the door, and just use your brain and we'll all have more fun as a result. So, fingers on devices, everyone. Is the question load as soon as... No, it doesn't have to press it. Press load question and then display question. Good, so fingers on buzzers, multiple choice here. Here is your first question. In which of these situations would you be most likely to enjoy a democracy sausage? After voting for Anthony Albanese, after voting for Kamala Harris, after voting for Ed Davey, or after voting for Peter Magyar? And that's time up. Correct answer. Voting for Anthony Albanese, a modern tradition in Australian elections to enjoy a barbecued sausage after casting your vote. Apparently, from the website of the Museum of Australian Democracy. According to the Museum of Australian Democracy's Kate Armstrong, the term democracy sausage was coined around 2010 when a Snag Votes website listed and mapped the polling places in Brisbane, offering a snag, or sausage, in bread with onions and tomato sauce. Kamala Harris, as you know, is probably stood for Democrats in the 2024 presidential election. Ed Davey, leader of the UK's Liberal Democrats, and Peter Magyar won the 2026 Hungarian parliamentary election, succeeding Viktor Orban as Prime Minister. Dan was the fastest there, getting 10 points. Jogging gets 8. ABME gets 6. Stimson 4. Cola 2. Shapes was correct, but not fast enough to get any points. Everyone else was wrong. Let's reset you and go on to our next question. Fingers on devices. Here's your question. Which of these people would have been alive to see the Apollo 11 mission? Hoagie Carmichael, Winston Churchill, Carl Jung, or Stan Laurel? Apollo 11, of course, was the successful 1969 mission to the moon, and the correct answer. Hoagie Carmichael, just Woollyback getting it right. Carl Jung died in 1961. Stan Laurel and Winston Churchill both died in 1965. Hoagie Carmichael didn't die until 1981, so would have been alive in 1969 to see Apollo 11. Well done, Woollyback, picking up 10 points. That's a proper Google that question, isn't it? Yeah, I like that as a question. Let's take a look at question number 3. And this is, I had a quick glance earlier on. This question is... And my girlfriend's in Italy at the moment, so I can go like that as well, and I think it's fine. This question is, it's so in my wheelhouse. I love it to bits. See if you like it as well. If Shakespeare plays had titles in the style of Friends episodes, in which of these would you hear the milk of human kindness mentioned? The one with the pound of flesh, the one with Banquo's ghost, the one where Bottom gets the head of a donkey, or the one with the Montagues and the Capulets? Exactly, so I could do this. Its correct answer is the one with Banquo's ghost. Milk of Human Kindness, one of many Shakespeare's neologisms spoken by Lady Macbeth in Act 1, Scene 5 of the Scottish play. The one with the Montagues and the Capulets is, of course, Romeo and Juliet. The one with the pound of flesh is The Merchant of Venice. And the one where Bottom gets the head of a donkey is A Midsummer Night's Dream. Sam was fastest for 10 points, Woollyback getting 8, and Lexi getting 6. Everybody else there incorrect. Let's reset and go on to question number... what? Yeah. Next question. Question number 4. Take a look at this. Which of these countries is hosting exactly 2 races during the 2026 Formula 1 calendar? Spain, USA, Italy, or Germany? Time up, and the correct answer... it's Spain. They'll gain a race in Madrid to go alongside the one at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, with Italy losing its Imola race, leaving it with just the one at Monza. USA has its 3 races at Miami, Vegas and Austin, while Germany has not hosted a Grand Prix since 2020.
What a shame.
What a shame. Even the mics are hard. Yes, they are. Anyway, did I say hello to everyone? I did. Oni, welcome to the stream. I didn't click greet people. Anyway, Jogging getting 10 there, Dan getting 8, Silver Electron getting 6. I think we've got one more question in this round. And take a look at this. Which of these contains the most calories per 100 grams? Robertson's Golden Shred Orange Marmalade, Spam Chopped Pork and Ham, Chili Heatwave Doritos, or Pip and Nut Crunchy Peanut Butter? I'm not sure I like any of those things, but I can tell you the correct answer is Pip and Nut Crunchy Peanut Butter. Yeah, peanut butter seems to have more calories than anything else on the planet. At 595 kcal is what my notes say. Doritos 478, Marmalade 235, and Spam 292. Shapes was fastest for 10. Lexi grabs 8. Woollyback getting 6. Alexander getting 4. Stimson getting 2. And JR, that explains your reaction in chat. You were correct, but just not quite fast enough. Everyone else wrong there. That is the end of question 5. Those are the scores on the door at the end of round 1. Solid start for Woollyback with 24 points. Dan and Jogging tied with 18. Lexi's got 14. Shapes and Sam are on 10. AB, me and Stimson on, and Silver Electron all on 6. Alexander's got 4. Cola's got 2. JR is yet to score, but still plenty of time in this game. Over in our audience game, we've got exactly 12 players in the audience as well. How charming. It's a Run who's got the charge at the moment with 34. Matt's in second with 31. And CJ currently in third with 22. You're going to go lie down there? Okay, good boy. Happy days after round 1. And Bass and Epic Galley, welcome to the stream. This is the point in the game where I have no idea what's coming next. Because I know you can set the order that we play the games in, apart from the early bird and the big finish, after B, beginning and end. I don't know if Lupine has gone with the default order. We're about to find out as we load round 2. Which has loaded and not shown on my screen, because I don't think it does. Let's find out together. It's the rangefinder that we're doing next. Here's how to play. Get as close to the numerical answer as possible. In the hot seat game, player closest to the correct answer scores 10 points. Subsequent players score fewer points, with the furthest 3 players away or any players who abstain scoring no points. So type something, it's going to be worth, or it's likely to be worth points. In the event of an exact tie, the faster player will take priority. In the audience game, the closest player scores points equal to the number of players in the audience game, with the second closest scoring 1 point fewer and so on. So again, audience game, danger zone rules. The closer you are, the more points you get. Might make a pack and end with a big... make a end with a big finish. Just 2 rounds. Just have the early bird and the big finish. I think they're the only things it forces you to have. Anyway, should be fairly straightforward. Yes, room code is there for you, Epic Galley. LRNX, and it should be popping up on the graphics periodically up in the top left-hand corner. So, numerical based, it's a microcosm of relativity. If you've played that over on Ash's side of things, I'll give him a shout out a bit later on. For now, let's take a look at our first question. I'll read it in full before starting the clock, and it'll say you've got 20 seconds for this question. In miles, by what distance did Artemis 2 beat Apollo 13 when it set a new record for the furthest distance humanity has travelled from Earth? By what distance did Artemis 2 beat Apollo 13? So effectively, what is the difference between Artemis 2 and Apollo 13? Not the total miles. What's the difference? You've got 20 seconds. Time starts now. Yeah, I love the casual avatar falling from the sky, ADD. Sums up the chaos of this game, I think. Fell from the ceiling and did a flip. That's how we do things around here. Okay, that's your timer. But everyone got an answer in? The answer I was after was 4,101. The unsuccessful Apollo 13 mission's record of 248,655 from Earth stood for more than 55 years until Artemis 2's Orion crew reached a new record of about 252,756 miles. 252,756 miles. There was a terribly good film about Apollo 13, wasn't there? Which I saw once and I remember not liking, but everyone since has told me it's brilliant. So I take them at their word that it is. Cola was closest there, just 101 away. Good guess, Cola. Presumably going for 4,000 there. Lexi, 2,101 away, getting 8 points. Alexander, 2,401 away, getting 7 points. Very well done. Silver, Stimson, Woollyback, AB Meat, Jogging, and Sam all getting some pity points. Furthest away there, Dan, JR, and Shapes, who was a mere 4,495,940 away. Slightly further away than the rest. Bad luck on that one, Shapes. Let's go to question number 2, I think we should. Oh, yay. Another one in my wheelhouse. I like this. All the Bencore questions coming in tonight, but it's not been written by me or proof by me, I swear. Take a look at this. To the nearest second, what is the total time of the any percentage world record speedruns of the NES versions of Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 2, and Super Mario Bros. 3 combined? 20 seconds. Time starts now. Sonic speedrunning is more my thing, but I'll dip into a bit of Mario speedrunning, and this is where you get a little TED talk from me on what a frame rule is. I'm going to wager it's probably a bit quicker than you think, unless you're JR or Shapes or Silver Electron or Stimson. Okay, maybe it's not quicker than you think. A good range of answers coming in there. The correct answer was... imagine a bus. that's how you just imagine a bus. That's how you explain frame rules. 965 seconds. It's 4 minutes at 54.365 for Super Mario Bros. 1. 8 minutes 10.592 for Mario Bros. 2. And it says 3 hours for Super Mario Bros. 3. I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe it's 3 minutes. It's probably 3 minutes. 3 minutes dead for Super Mario Bros. 3. 16 minutes and 5 seconds in total. Here's a message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref.
Everyone has points. Well done, Junior. Your comeback starts now.
Well done, Junior. Indeed. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Matt the Ref. Yeah, so the Mario Bros. 3 speedrun is so short due to use of a wrong warp to reach credits early. The no wrong warp any percentage world record is 1041.083. So yes, imagine a bus. Now you understand how Super Mario Bros. Speedrunning works. Cola was closest there again, just 36 away. Do you going for 999 or 1001 possibly? Very good guess either way. What did you say, Cola? Yeah, 1001. Great guess. AB Me next closest, 146 away for 8. And Silver Electron getting 165 away, getting 7 points. Shapes, Dan, Alexander, JR Stimson and Woollyback all getting some consolation points. And it's Samster Jogging and Lexi who are furthest away. Lexi, I think, over 10 million there. 9,999,035 away. Just a couple of orders of magnitude off. But never mind. Let's reset that question. And let's have Brisbane. Welcome to the stream. And let's have another question. Right, I'm going to give anything away. I was about to comment on the answer that's in front of me, but I haven't read the question, so I won't do that. Question is, between April 2024 and March 2025, how many passenger entries and exits were estimated to have taken place at the UK's busiest railway station outside of London? How many passenger entries and exits at the busiest railway station outside of London? The busiest UK railway station outside of London. Tough one. 20 seconds. Time starts now. And that's time up. Answers from everyone. I think the correct answer is quite large. 36,623,678. The station in question, not Manchester Piccadilly only, closer to home, Birmingham New Street. Yes, Birmingham New Street also saw 5,641,463 interchanges. Most common destination? Anyone want to guess the most common destination from Birmingham New Street? Where would you be going if you're from Birmingham New Street that justifies 36 million journeys home? Euston, absolutely right, Lewis. I mean, you proved the pack, so literally anywhere. London Euston was the answer. AB Me, just 3.3 million away, gets 10 points. Sam, 6.6 million away, gets 8 points. JR, 28.9 million away, getting 7 points. Stimson, Woollybeck, Shapes, Cola, Jogging, and Silver Electron picking up some pity points there. There's not a lot of difference between Silver Electron getting 1 point, 35.9 million away, relatively speaking, and Alexander, 36.2 million away, just missing out. Puzzle Down, 36.5 million out, and Lexi, 36.6 million out, just under. Right, good. We're cooking on gas now. Let's go to our next question. Question number 4. Okay. Have a look at this. In American network television, how many days separate the closure of the Dumont network and the launch of the Fox network? I only know what one of those is. I'm hoping you know what both of them are, and you've got a good idea about how far apart they were. You've got 20 seconds to give me an answer. Time starts now. And that's time out. Can anyone tell me, I wasn't talking then, the mic wasn't picking anything up when I was silent, but obviously, is it picking up any... excuse me. Is it picking up any background noise from the soundbar? Because I'm not going to lie, I find this much more relaxing to do it with the soundbar at 25. That's really good. Good. Well, maybe I'll talk over some music next time and you can see if you're getting any looping. But if so, then this might be my way forward. So, Dumont Network and the Fox Network, how many days separated their launches? The correct answer? 11,021. Dumont Network broadcast its last programme on August the 6th, 1956, while the Fox Network launched October the 9th, 1986. I was looking at the answers then, and I thought, as one came in, it came from Stimpson's Angle. I thought you'd typed 11,011. I thought, goodness me, 10 away. But actually, you typed 10, and you were 11,000 away, which is why you're in the red at the bottom, along with Woollyback and AB Me both going over 10,000. Closest there was Cola again, 3,821 away, getting 10 points. Sam's the 6,000 away, and Shapes 7.5, just shy away. Bonus points for Lexi, JR, Dan, Silver Electron, Alexander, and Jogging. Those are the scores. There they are. He is good at estimating things. He certainly is that. Let's have one final question. Here it is. In minutes, how much time passed between Nottingham Forest FC announcing Ange Postecoglou's signing as head coach on X and them announcing his sacking? How many minutes passed? If you follow Sports Ball, you might know what this is all about. If you're like me and only switch it on when England's playing, maybe not so much. But 20 seconds to make a decision, and your time starts now. Please don't estimate my electricity bill. What were they? How much did Royal pay in energy to Octopus Energy this month? Actually, that's a rubbish question because it's the same. Although they just put it down by like 60 quid a month. Still too much. I'm awful, says Lexi. Hey, there's some rounds you excel at and some rounds that are a bit more challenging for us. There's something for everyone here. Right, that's time up. In minutes, how much time passed between Forest's announcement of Anga Postecoglou signing as head coach on X and then announcing his sacking? The correct answer: 56,247 minutes, lasting only 39 days in charge, which is less than Liz Truss was in charge of the country. Where's the button? Anger's tumultuous Forest stint was the second shortest in Premier League history. Lexi, you've come full circle because you've got 10 points there, just 1,247 away. Cola, 11,803 away, getting 8. And Samster, fairly consistent from Sam, certainly for the last 3 or 4 questions, 13,000 away, gets 7 points. Consolation points for Jogging, Dan, Stimson, Alexander, AB Me, and Shapes. And Silver Electron, JR and Woollyback, unfortunately, just a bit too far off. Though Silver Electron missing out by a matter of 40 points. Shapes going for 56,082. Silver Electron for 56,126. That's the way the game goes. That is the end of question 5. And it's the end of round 2. So now if I talk over the sting, I wonder if you can hear the sting back. I'm hoping that you can't too much and that it's all still balanced. Well, Cola putting his estimation skills to great use and taking the top of the leaderboard now with 43. Lexi's now in second with 38. And it's Woollyback in third, tied with Samster, both of them with 34 points. Dan's got 32, AB, Me, and Jogging are on 29. Shapes just a point behind on 28. Stimson and Silver Electron on 23. Alexander's got 20, and JR's got 15. Still plenty of time in this game, and Silent Marine, welcome to the stream. Over in the audience game, Clive is doing not as well as everyone else, and unfortunately now there's 13 players in the game. You get a board all to yourself, Clive, with 12 points. And in the top 12 on the other side, it's CJ in third with 54. Stilgar's in second with 55. But way out in front with 78 at the moment, it's Arun Aromatics, rather running away. But we've still got a few rounds to go this quiz. So all of those scores could change very, very quickly. So, that was fun. I enjoyed that much. Oh, it does tell me what round is next. Okay, cool. It tells me in the logger. Excellent. So I do know what round is next. And now I'm going to tell all of you all. Time for Taboo. It's Distinction, the microcosm. Except I can't really call it that because this came before Distinction, but here we are. You need to give me a single answer to the list form question. In the hot seat game, the fewer people who say the answer, the more points are awarded. So a bit like Distinction round 2, you're looking for the rarest correct answer. And as with Distinction round 2, sometimes the rarest answer is the most obvious answer because everyone is trying to avoid the obvious answer and go for the rarer ones. But as long as it's right, you're in with a chance of getting points. But unlike in Distinction, where you get points with any right answer, here, if too many people say the answer, you don't get anything. So that is if 5 or more players say the same answer, they all get 0. You get 4 points if... No, you get 2 points if 4 people say it, 6 points if... You can read it. I'm doing it backwards and it's not making sense. Audience game, you've got a slightly different game to play. All you've got to do is match with at least one player in the hot seat game. Okay, and if you do that, you get a flat rate of 10 points. So the hot seat players are trying to think of the rarest answers. The audience players are trying to think of the answers that the hot seat players are going to say, which are also the rarest answers. But does that mean you're going to have to say the most common answers? I don't know. RTFR, read the flipping rules. Indeed so. Yeah, it's up to you. You can employ your own strategies here, friends. I will leave it entirely up to you. I think I've got 15 seconds per question. Or is it 20? No, it's 15 by the looks of it. Starting with a nice easy one, or I think it is. I'll read the question in full before I start the clock, so you can have a little think before you have to commit to an answer. And your first question. Name a single by Queen that was released during the 1980s and reached the top 10 of the UK singles chart either on its own or with another credited act. So any Queen single released in the 80s that was a UK top 10 hit, either with Queen or Queen with a featured artist. You've got 15 seconds to give me the rarest answer. Time starts now. was looking at my answers and getting a little. I mean, not that I doubt Lupine or Lewis and their writing proofing skills, but looking through it, I think there's a very obvious answer I can't see it. I've just done a quick search for it. I was like, okay, no, that one was the 70s. It's fine, which I'll tell you all about in a minute. Answers you could have had, incidentally. Another one bites the dust. Flash, Under Pressure, Radio Gaga, I Want to Break Free, It's a Hard Life, One Vision, A Kind of Magic, I Want It All, and Breakthrough. Those are the only singles released by Queen or Queen were featured artists in the 80s that reached the top 10. Now, let's have a look and see what our players said. And if there's anything we need to do, oh dear, we have got some wrong answers in here. And there was one person who said the answer I was thinking, where is it? And that's Bohemian Rhapsody, released in 1975. Of course it was, Christmas #1 that year as well. And of course in 1991 as well, I think, the year Freddie died. So Bohemian Rhapsody is wrong. Body Language, no. By 2 players going for Bicycle Race. I have a feeling that might have been #1, but was it earlier? Bicycle Race. Yeah, 1978 was Bicycle Race, unfortunately. And A Night at the Opera, I believe, Stimson, that was an album rather than a single. It may have been a single as well, but perhaps not one that got to the top 10. Body Language would have reached and been banned for nudity. If that had been a correct answer, Alexia, that would have been big points, because, yeah, that's not one I don't think I've even heard of that song. And I'm something of a Queen fan. To our correct answers, though, 3 players going for Under Pressure. That's the Queen Bowie single, which is one of my favourite Queen tracks. AB Me Dan and Saps are all grabbing 4. And then unique answers from Jogging, Woolly Back Shapes and Alexander, A Kind of Magic, Flash, I Want to Break Free and Radio Gaga, respectively. Very well done to you, 10 points. Nothing I need to condone there. Hope you matched with someone in the audience game. That was nice, wasn't it? Shall we have another one? I think we should. Right. Have a look at this. Not counting French Polynesia and the Cook Islands, name a country that has hosted at least one season of the US version of the reality TV show Survivor. Not counting French Polynesia and the Cook Islands, name a country that has hosted at least one season of the US version of the reality TV show Survivor. 15 seconds and your time starts now. I mean, I read that question twice and looked at my answer and thought, why is USA not on the list? And of course, Survivor is about going to a tropical island and surviving the wilderness. So the USA is not particularly well known for it. Well, I mean, some of the flyover states maybe, but it's not quite the same vibe. So USA is a wrong answer. They're not hosted in the USA. The correct answers you could have had: Australia, Brazil, Cambodia, China, Fiji, Gabon, Guatemala, Kenya, Malaysia, Nicaragua, Palau, Panama, the Philippines, Samoa, Thailand, and Vanuatu. So those are the answers. Survival Wyoming would be shit. I mean, I've never seen an episode of Survivor. I don't think it's my particular brand of vodka. But those are the answers you could have had. Now let's see what our players said. I'm seeing some red here. Yes, indeed. 2 players going for Indonesia. Unfortunately not. Shapes and AB Me. Lexi going for the Federated States of Micronesia. Good guess. And I like Micronesia. One of my favourite. I've never been there, but conceptually as a country, Micronesia is one of my favourites. I think it's because it was the setting of the very original Far Cry game, which is the best of all of the Far Cry games before Ubisoft imploded. But not a right answer here, sadly. Solomon Islands, no. Tahiti, no. Tanzania, no. And United States, that was the answer I suggested I probably would have said had I not read the question properly. Correct answers, though, from our players. 2 going for Australia, Stimson and Woollyback getting 6 apiece. Alexander going for Vanuatu getting 10. Samster going for the Philippines getting 10. And Puzzle Dan going for Fiji and getting 10. Very well done indeed. Onwards. Oh, look at these scores creeping up. It's all very exciting. Let's have another question. Nice simple one for you here. Name a city in either Scotland or Wales. Any city in either Scotland or Wales. 15 seconds. Time starts now. But not both. Yes. Only give us one. I think that's almost phonetically plausible there, Dan. I'm inclined to allow that. What were you trying to say there, Dan? Can you just confirm in chat? What were you going for there just before I put the answers on the board? Because it's not come through as correct. Okay, yeah, I do. That's enough. That's confirmed it for me. Correct answers you could have had: Aberdeen, Dundee, Dunfermline, Edinburgh, which beautifully Lupine has accepted either with or without the question mark to steer into the meme. Glasgow, Inverness, Perth, Stirling, Bangor, Cardiff, Newport. There's the meme. There it is. St Asaph, St David's with any of the various spellings of St David's, either with ST, ST dot or SAINT. Swansea and Wrexham. Those are the cities in Scotland and Wales. And if you said any of those, you might get some points, but let's see who said what. So, Aberystwyth is the wrong answer. I believe that's in Wales. I do not believe it's got city status. Yeah, Dan, Edinburgh. I can see what you're getting at, and let's mark that as Edinburgh, much to the chagrin of JR and... just JR, who would have otherwise got 10 points, and he's now desperately upset because he just lost 4 points. I needed those points, I know. It's always sad when that happens, isn't it? But you know what I've got to do now.
What a shame.
What a shame. So, answers correct. There's quite a few 10-pointers up here. Shapes getting 10 for Aberdeen, Lexi 10 for Dunfermline, Woollyback 10 for Inverness, Samster 10 for Newport, and Jogging 10 for Stirling. Very good answers there. Simpson and Cola both getting 6 for Bangor, AB Me and Silver Electron both getting 6 for Cardiff, and JR and Puzzle Dan both getting 6 for Edinburgh. Aberystwyth, the only wrong answer up there, but I fear it's not a city. The F-bomb in VC for JR was profound. The profundity of JR's F-bombs are surely a wonderful thing to behold. G. Hysons, welcome to the stream. I'm enjoying this round. I'm enjoying this a lot. I don't know if I'm just enjoying it more because I haven't got headphones on, possibly. Let's take a look at our next question. Name a member of UEFA that is participating in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. I am not going to tell you what UEFA stands for at this point. Hopefully you know, but if you don't, it's part of the question. Name a member of UEFA that is participating or has participated in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. 15 seconds. Time starts now. Yes, includes members who have been eliminated. Is participating or has participated. And that's your time up. I believe UEFA's United European Federal Association or Football United European Union of European Football Associations. Thank you, Matt the Ref. Who better to know that piece of information? So it's basically European teams, possibly all of them who are in the World Cup. I don't know that they all are. The answers you could have had. Austria, Belgium, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Bosnia and Herzegovina went out, I believe, last night to the USA. They lost 2-0 after, but one of the USA strikers got sent off. I only watched that on catch-up this morning because I've got USA in a sweepstake. Croatia, who England, we got the bats out of the cupboard and we spanked the little botties, didn't we? Poor Croatia. They're still in it, though, for now, I believe. Czech Republic, who I think are still in. England, who had a rather turbulent match against... Dr. Congo last night, the Democratic Republic of Congo. But yeah, we came back from behind, 1-0 behind. Harry Kane scored 2 goals within 11 minutes deep into the second half. It was a bit frightening. Czechia is, in fact... Oh, are they out? Are they out, Czechia? We did accept Czech Republic there as well, by the way. France, I think they're still going. Dr. Congo, we'll see you now. Germans are still in the Netherlands. The neighbour who lives opposite me is Dutch, and it was very sad watching him take his flag down the other day because the Netherlands are out. Norway, Portugal, Scotland, Spain, I think are playing today. Scotland are well out of it. What a shame. Sweden, Switzerland, and Turkey. Turkey or Turkey. We did accept the legacy spelling of Turkey as well. England always do it from behind. Oh, where's the button? And also... Shame! Good. Well done if you got so... Well, I haven't seen your points. Shall we have a look at your points? Puzzle Dan, just the only wrong answer there for Cape Verde. No, that's quite not European, Cape Verde. It's somewhat overseas. We've got 3 players going for Sweden. One of the rarer answers, perhaps, but maybe that's the trick here. We've gone for a rare one, and a couple of other people have as well. Kola, Woollyback, and Stimpson all getting 4 for Sweden. Sam, Alexander, and AB Me getting 4 for Bosnia and Herzegovina. And then unique answers from Silver Electron, Spain, JR going for Portugal, Jogging for Norway, Shapes for Belgium, and Alexi for Austria, all getting 10 points. Absolutely nobody in the hot seat game saying England, and quite right as well. Very well done if you got some points there. We've got one more question in this round. Sooty Cat, Jogging, welcome both of you to the stream. Let's take a look at question number 5. What is... Oh, I see. Name any musical that has won the Tony Award for Best Musical since and including the 2010 ceremony. Name any musical that has won the Tony Award for Best Musical since and including the 2010 ceremony. 15 seconds and your time starts now. And that is time up. Just give me a mo. I'm just having a quick glance at some raid messages. Because the list is getting long and I've got to stay on top of them, otherwise it's a big job at the end. So, musicals. Tony Award-winning musicals. There was no ceremony in 2021 for obvious reasons. We had this pandemic thing. Before I give you the answers, though, here's a message from our sponsor, Sooty Cat.
Google that. Disclaimer. Actually, Googling might lead to the hammer.
True story. Thank you very much for the 23 months there, Sooty Cat. Most appreciative of you. Answers you could have had. Memphis, and I believe these are in order from 2010. Memphis, The Book of Mormon, Once, Kinky Boots, A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, Fun Home, Hamilton, Dear Evan Hansen, The Band's Visit, Hades Town, Moulin Rouge the Musical, A Strange Loop, Kimberly Akimbo, The Outsiders, Maybe Happy Ending, and Schmigadoon, which is not the same as Brigadoon, but I believe it might be a parody of it, possibly. Abe, welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. Let's have a look and see what you said. Anyone say Hamilton? Nobody said Hamilton. We got a few wrong answers there. Woollyback, Silver Electron, not proffering anything. Lexi going for Ain't Too Proud. JR and ABME both going for Avenue Q, both wrong. Simpson Back to the Future, good guess, hasn't won the Tony Award for Best Musical. Alexander going for Les Miserables and his orchestra, unfortunately not correct. And Jogging going for Wicked, no points for any of those. 6 points each for Shapes and Samster. Weird, you went for the same one, but A Strange Loop. I don't know if that's something that is... culturally relevant, but a strange loop. Both saying that, both getting 6 points. Dan and Cola, both getting 10 points. Dan for the Book of Mormon and Cola for Hades Town. Wicked. No, I quite enjoyed Wicked, to be honest. I saw that in Southampton, I think. Quite enjoyed it. Anyway, that's the end of the question. And since we are doing a close zoom in on the podia, it must also mean it's the end of round 3. Who's leading? Is it Sam? I think it's Sam. Not by much. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Oh, you got no points. That's interesting. Let me have a look and see what you actually said, Sugar. Maybe it didn't come in. Did say Wicked with the capital. I mean, casing shouldn't be a problem. And Jogging definitely said Wicked. That might be a bug. I will look into it. If you said Wicked with a question mark, yeah, there's nothing I can do about it if the spell checker's not allowed it. Someone chuck that in bug reports. That might be a bug. Anyone else in the audience noticing anything odd about scoring there? Anyway, chuck it in bug reports in the Discord, and I'll take a look at that at some point. So Sam has indeed got the lead with 68, but he's hot on his tails are Shapes and Woollyback, just 4 points behind with 64 apiece. Cola's currently in de facto third with 63, but also can't rest on his laurels because Dan is encroaching. How rude, with 62. We've got Jogging with 59, Lexi with 58, Alexander with 44, ABME with 43, Simpson and Silver Electron on 39, JR still with a little bit of work to do on 31, but we've still got time over in the audience game. Clive's still on 12, wondering if Clive might in fact be AFK at this point. Over at the other end, a run still with his lead of 98. Stilgar still in second with 85. And CJ is in third with 84. I mean, given the points have gone up, it's not impossible you got points for it, and maybe the message was wrong. So, not sure, Stilgar. You definitely got some points in that round. So it might be about, yeah, chuck in bug reports. I will look into it in due course. Right. That was fun. We should have another round. Oh, yay. Let's have this round. Order! It's the John Burko round. It is order. And here is how we play. Put the answers into the correct order as quickly as possible. You may attempt the questions as many times as you like within 50 seconds. In the hot seat game, fastest correct player will score 10 points. Subsequent correct players will score 2 points fewer than the previous player. After the fifth correct answer is received, all remaining players score 1 point. So it's always worth finishing off the puzzle, even if it's only worth 1 point. In the audience game, first player to answer correctly gets points equal to the number of players in the audience game. Danger Zone rules again. So this is the one where you should now all get feedback on your devices saying this answer, or this answer was in the right place, this answer was in the right place. Do read that feedback carefully because it can really help you to work out where the remaining options go, but you only get feedback on your latest submission. Okay? So, fingers on devices. I'm going to load the question in, and I will read the question in full, and then I will show you the options and start the clock at the same time. You've got 50 seconds on the clock. Isn't that a lovely gradient on the timer down there? I like this question to start with. Put these British theme parks in order of their location from north to south. So starting with the northernmost theme park down to the southernmost. You've got 50 seconds. Your options are Thorpe Park, Paulton Park, Flamingo Land, Alton Towers. There was a solve. Jogging, getting it. AB Me, getting it. JR, getting it. Stimson's Angle, getting it. And Lexi, getting it. Sam, getting it. Shapes, getting it. The log's moving too fast for me to keep up with it. If I switch off my non-focus flows, it might make it a bit easier. Alexander, you got 2 out of 4 there. Silver Electron's got there now. Puzzle Dan's got there now. Alexander's got there. And Woollyback's got there. Oh, Cola! 2 are in the right place. You got 2 in the right place. Can you swap the right 2 around? Couple more seconds. For a point. And just out of time, unfortunately. Well, very well done to Jogging there, getting that very, very quickly. How long did that take you, Jogging? Not long, has to be said. 6.79 seconds is all it took Jogging, and he did indeed get it on his first attempt. Correct order, for what it's worth. Flamingo Land is the most northern. That's somewhere north. Alton Towers is in my parents' neck of the woods. That's Staffordshire, I think it is. And then Thorpe Park is just outside Watford, sort of over on the M25. Paulton's Park is in Hampshire. I believe there were host notes for that. I glanced at this before export, and there were definitely host notes, but they've not exported. So that's another QForge bug that, in future, we probably won't need to worry about for reasons that I'll get into in due course. But very well done if you did get that order at home. And, yeah, lovely stuff. Let's have another. 50 seconds on the clock. A very different question now. Put these movies in the Dirty Harry series in order of release date from earliest to latest. So starting with the earliest Dirty Harry movie up to the most recent. 50 seconds. Time starts now. Oh no, options. Magnum Force, The Deadpool, Sudden Impact, The Enforcer. Wow. Alexander straight in there. Lexi's not far behind. Sam's got there now too. AB Me's got there as well. Shapes is in there for 2. Single points available now. Stimson's there, Silver Electron's there. JR's got there. Keep pressing and guessing. And who was that? Jogging's got there for a single point now. 3 to go, plus anyone in the audience. Cola's got there for a point, so it's Woollyback and Dan. Can they get there? Woollyback, no, none of those are in the right order. Dan's got there. Can you do it, Woollyback? Yeah, just in the nick of time, managing to get them. 14 whole ass points, nice. Yeah, very well done, everyone in the hot seat managing to get that. The correct order was more or less what it was there, except two of them swapped around, so nothing like what it was there. But Magnum Force was first. The Deadpool, no, it wasn't. The Magnum Force was first. The Enforcer was second. Sudden Impact was third, and the Deadpool was fourth. Watched them a lot as a kid. They strike me as, are they kids' movies? The Dirty Harry franchise. I don't know. I've never seen. Is that you looking at? Is you got to ask yourself? Do I feel lucky? Well, do you? Punk? Is that Dirty Harry? Or is that The Good, the Bad and the Ugly? I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a Western. Unless you count Breaking Bad. That was sort of a Western, wasn't it? Anyway. They're for kids' movies. Of course. Right, another question. Oh, nice. Nice geography question for you here. Put the Great Lakes in order of surface area from largest to smallest. So starting with the biggest of the Great Lakes down to the smallest of the Great Lakes. You've got 50 seconds. Here's your options. Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, Lake Huron, Lake Superior. Lexi's in. 10 points. Not far behind his Shapes and then JR. AB, me, Stimson and Samps are getting there in quick succession. Silver Electron there now. And Alexander. Cola and Puzzle Dan. Double ding, there's Jogging. And again, just Woolly back to go. Come on, one more attempt if you're quick. You've got two of them. Oh, just out of time. You needed to swap the middle two around there, Woolly back. Very well done if you got that. Lexi getting 10, Shapes getting 8, JR getting 6, AB me getting 4, and Stimson getting 2. Correct order. All change there. Lake Superior is the largest. Lake Huron is second. Michigan is third. Erie is fourth. And Lake Ontario is the smallest of those 5. Very well done if you did get that order at home. And Rob D. Raven, welcome to the stream. Do not take the kids to see Dirty Harry. Solid and sage advice, my dude. We've got another order question for you. This one is not my wheelhouse, but hopefully it's yours. You've got 50 seconds on the clock. Put these golfers in the order they first won the Masters from earliest to latest. So starting with the earliest up to the most recent. 50 seconds, time starts now. Jack Nicklaus, Craig Stadler, Nick Faldo, Arnold Palmer, or Vijay Singh. And Vijay Singh, not all. You've got to submit them all. AB Me's in on the first attempt there, very well played. Samson's got there as well for 8. Shapes in now for 6. Jogging and JR, one after the other there. In fact, might have been the same frame. Jogging just coming in ahead according to the computer. Dan's got there now as well. Woollyback, Silver Electron, and Stimson's Angle as well. Cola's there for a point now. Just wait for Alexander and Lexi. Last few seconds. There's Alexander. Come on, Lexi. There you go. Points for everyone in the lobby game. Last few seconds. Sorry, points for everyone in the hot seat game. Last few seconds for everyone in the lobby game. Still a couple of answers coming in. Oh, Flyboy picking up 4 points at the very last second there. Very well played, just coming in just before the cutoff. Nicely done. Everyone managing to solve it there, and ABB getting 10, Sam getting 8, Shape 6, Jogging 4, and JR getting 2. Correct order that you wanted. It was Arnold Palmer was the furthest back. They were largely in order already, just Arnold Palmer had shuffled down the rankings. Then Jack Nicklaus, then Craig Stadler, Nick Faldo, and most recently Vijay Singh. Very well done if you got that at home. We have got one more question in this round. I'm afraid there's only one left. I know we're all having so much fun. But we've got to end the round eventually, and it's going to be on this question. I hope this is for you. I wonder where Ash is, because he'd do quite well on this one, I fear. Put these Final Fantasy XIV expansions in order of release from earliest to latest. 50 seconds. Your options are Endwalker, Shadowbringers, Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, Dawn Trail. And JR is at... Why am I not surprised that JR's the first to crack this for 10 points? Very well played. Not remotely surprised. Jogging's got there now as well. AB Me coming in for 6. Lexi's got there for 4. And Stimpson picks up 2. Just 1 point for everyone now. Cola's got there for 1. Woody Black's got there for 1. Still wrong answers coming in from our hot seaters here. Samster's got there now for a single point. Alexander, Dan, Shapes, and Silver Electron still waiting for answers. Couple of seconds. One will go if you're quick. Oh, Alexander just getting there in the nick of time for a point. And Dan, Shapes, and Silver Electron get a DNF on that question. Very well done. Yeah, JR for 10 points. Jogging getting a. ABME getting 6. Lexi picks up 4. And Stimpson gets 2. Alexander, Woollyback, Cola, and Samster all getting their 1 point. Shapes, Dan, and Silver Electron just missing out. Correct order. It wouldn't have been a Ralph Pack without video game content, you're right. Heavensward was earliest. I haven't got the... I don't know why it's not debugging the notes for these. I think they're... this is probably not a Qforge thing, actually. This is probably a... Actually, no, it probably is. Anyway, Stormblood 2nd, Shadowbringers 3rd, Endwalker 4th, and Dawn Trail 5th. That's the end of the question. It's also the end of the round. So those are the scores on the doors. How interesting come the end of round, whatever that was, 4, I think. Round order. To our leaderboard, I think it's Sam who's got the lead. It is indeed, but it is a close run thing. Sam's in the lead with 85. Alexi and Jogging are just behind with 83. Shapes is just behind that with 81. And everyone else is not insurmountable. But of course, Google that is never insurmountable. But ABME was 75. Woollyback with 68, Cola with 67, Dan with 66, Alexander with 58, JR with 56, Stimson with 49, and Silver Electron with 43 in our audience game. Ape has surpassed Clive, who's still on 12. Ape up to 41, but joining the game late. And up at the top, we've got a new leader, CJ, usurping the top spot from a run there with 139. A run has to slip to second with 127, and it's Fetz in third with 121. Well, still much to play for. What is the next round? Shall we find out? I think we should. It's not the end of the game yet. We've still got time, and there are 100 points up for grabs in round this one, which is the... Can someone write in suggestions debug round numbers into operator, because I just have the name of the round. I don't have the actual round number. So I can say round number X of... I mean, I'm not telling you how many rounds there are, not least because I don't know. But yeah, this is round something. It's the last round plus 1. Here's how to play the blind auction. Bid from 0 to 10 based on a pair of categories to set your question target. Abstention from bidding will cause a default bid of 1. And then you get 10 increasingly difficult questions on the alternating categories. Get them right to score points. First question's worth 1 point, and then each subsequent one is worth an additional 2 points. So 1, then the next one's 3, and then 5, and then 7, and then 9. If you bid 10 and get all 10 right, the last question's worth 19 points. You can get 100. Answer correctly, your target will be reduced. So if you set yourself a target of 5 and you hit 5, hooray, you get all the points that you've earned. Reach 0, set the target to 0, and your points will be banked for the round. Get a question wrong, your target will be increased. So if you bid low at the beginning, say you only bid 3, and then you get one wrong, you'll then have to get 4. It's a bit like the Escape Artist, but though again, this came before the Escape Artist. So yeah, it's the Escape Artist version 0. You're going to be locked out of the round either when you reach 0, and that banks your points, or if there are not enough questions left for you to hit your target. Okay, so if you need 3 questions and there are only 2 left, then you'll be frozen out and you won't get any points at all. Now, you don't have to answer every question, so if you only bid like 2 and you answer the first 2 questions, hooray, you'll get 4 points, but you won't be able to attempt any of the other questions. So if you're bidding low, you might want to hang fire till some of the later questions, or maybe bid high and try and answer as many as you can. Strategy is entirely up to you, but there is a very real risk of no points in this round. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at our first category, or categories that you're going to bid on. And I think I manually fixed the pack, so hopefully these will work. If they don't, I'll have to tell you what they are. Okay, that's loaded at my end, which bodes well. Let's have a look at the categories. Science fact and science fiction. So you're going to get alternating questions. The odd-numbered questions will be on science fact. The even-numbered questions will be on science fiction. You can choose to answer as many as you like, but the questions do get harder. Hashtag harder get they. Okay? So, harder get they. How many on science fact and science fiction do you want to attempt to answer? You've got 10 seconds to bid, and your time starts now. Swap the first time player. Lexi going for 7. That's a very ambitious bid. I think historically people in this round tend to bid lower, and then they can, because you can always inflate it artificially. Thing is, balls to the wall indeed. Thing is, one wrong move early on, and you think, oh shit, I've now got to get all but one. Abstention, by the way, will not count. Will not increase your target. Okay, wrong answers increase your target. Abstention preserves your target. Correct reduces your target. Okay, so if you've really no idea, or you think that's way too easy, I need to get bigger points later on, you can leave it blank with no penalty. Okay, just to let you know. So, we're starting with science facts. You have got 15 seconds, and remember, harder get they. This first question is worth 1 point. Why is that not debugged in the operator? It should be. Bug reports, operator doesn't debug blind auction points. If someone could note that down for me, please, and then I will add it to the list and fix it in 6 months or something. Thank you. Right, first question. Earth, Mars, and all the other planets of the solar system all orbit which celestial body? This is worth 1 point if you get it right. And that's time up. Everyone attempting there apart from Dan, by the looks of it. The correct answer 'twas the sun. I've got nothing else to say on that one. It just is. It's everyone who attempted getting it right. You got 1 point. It is not safe until you bank out and you hit your target of 0. Hello, Scorecount. Welcome to the stream, my dude. You can inflate it artificially, but it's a daft strategy. Last of the great hot takes from Scorecount here. Yeah, it's a risky strategy. If you bid like 2, because you think the questions are going to be hard, and then they start and you think, oh, they're easier than I thought they're going to be, then an early throw can be tactically sound, but rarely. Well done, everyone getting that one right. Those are your new targets on your podium. Those are the number of questions you've got to get out of the remaining 9. Let's take a look at our next question. Moving to science fiction, here it is. In Doctor Who, the Doctor's primary means of transportation is a time-travelling spacecraft that takes the form of a police box painted what primary colour? No, it's a bad strategy. Fair enough, I'm going to argue. Last of the great hot takes. Hello, PC. Oh, lovely, lovely. Time to look at all these raid messages. I'm going to have to do it in between games, I think. The correct answer was blue. Was blue. Oh, no. No? Oh, no, I'm still here. Am I still here? Am I still here? Am I still here? Am I still here? Refresh stream. I buffered for a second. Okay. Okay. Welcome, Colbridge. Rather worryingly, the graphics have frozen. Why have the graphics frozen? Oh no. Oh no. My build graphics have just stopped. So I win. Is that how it's... Operator's still fine. Stream is still up. Welcome, Colbridge. Hope you're keeping well. You've joined just in time for my graphics engine to crash. Sam disqualified for his funny answer breaking the game. He said Blue Dabba D is what he said. I'm just going to give it a second. What's going on with the GPU? GPU is still running. Other questions for Bamboozle? Could do. Oh, that's a tremendous shame. I need to stall for like 20 minutes now. I've got all the players for the drain. Oh, what am I going to do? It's just fine. It's got the blue wheel of doom. Oh, don't think so. Spotlight. I'm a bit warm for all that. What's happened there? Let me look at Event Viewer. Right, I'm not going to close it yet, just in case it might come back to life. I think it's unlikely at this point. Let me look at Event Viewer, find out what's going on. Windows logs, application. I'm assuming if I go Control Alt Escape, it'll Control Shift Escape, it'll tell me something. Right. No, nothing's coming out of there at all. What's the time? 21 something. 21:18. Is it application? There's nothing there suggesting. Oh, system. System error. 21:15. Right, GPU ID. Message suspended. Switch to event ID. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. The description for event ID 153 cannot be found. Enter the component that raises this event is not installed in your local. Okay, well that's telling me absolutely nothing. A corrected hardware error has occurred. Oh, this is the where logger that loads it then. Probably shouldn't. I wonder if that's related. 1924, Windows Update started downloading an update. Possibly. Right. Well, on the plus side, I'm still alive. Yeah, where is the time machine when we need it? Oh, it's now gone white. It's now got the pasty overlay. Right, let me have a look and see what's happening on Task Manager. Let me Google that is still running. No, that's Chrome. It's not saying not responding. It's how much GPU is it still using up? Is it still using up GPU? No, it's not using up any GPU. Okay, that's not good. Nor memory, nor CPU. How much is it actually using? Yeah, it's frozen. I don't know if it's coming back. Oh, I haven't even tried clicking it yet. What are the odds it just comes back to life? Because I never leave things long enough. I just close them. But yeah, this is a. I mean, I could edit the pack back to the start of this round, manually force in the same 12 players, but I can't update the scores. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm going to click the button, see if it kicks it back to life. I doubt it's going to happen. Sam, you're going to get an extra thing if it does kick back to life, because I can't click. I mean, I'll try clicking your podium. Now it says not responding. Yeah, reset for new question did nothing, so. Well. This is a pickle, isn't it? We're just getting to the denouement of the game. It was all very exciting. I have to extend my apologies to Lupine profusely. At least it's not a blue screen, so that's like improvement. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this before, where it's just died. It's just died. How do we get around this? I mean, I've got to kill some time before we can do the drain anyway. I'm sure I can be asked to do a dev stream to get to the point where I can restore all the data to where it was. That's going to take at least an hour, and I don't know I want to stick around for that. I didn't have my GPU monitor open. Is it because I'm not wearing headphones? I reckon that's what it is. I'm going to blame the Microsoft update. That's what I'm going to do. That seems a safe thing to do. Tim, man, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Call it a dead game. Do a short Google that next season. It's just 5 new early bird classes to set blind odds and big friends. Well, isn't that a nice idea? Why don't we do a Google that in 2 halves? And I can, if the players are around, I can force the same players in. I can update the scores. Or I can write some code that updates the scores. And then we can just do a Google that Ralph has written that is just... Because this was the last round before Big Finish, wasn't it? So we can just do a short early bird, and then we'll replay this, and then we'll do the finale. There we go. Making the best of a bad situation. Hero. Great suggestion there, Lupine. Call it a dead game. Short Google that next season. Could possibly do it later this season, time permitting, and if I can get time to actually do the thing that lets me edit the scores live. It's a good excuse to do it, to be honest. 5 brand new early boards and maybe even the token one. But yeah, we will do this, and we will do it with the same players, because what I don't want to do, and because I've got all the leaderboard stuff from the VOD, I can do it so I'll write a bit of code that will... Is that leaking? It's probably leaking. That will update all the scores of all the players who are here. So everyone who is here, I'll be able to restore your scores. I just can't do it now. And we'll continue this after these messages, like this one from Matt the Ref.
Great idea. That's as cunning as a fox who's just been appointed Professor of Cunning at Oxford University.
Thank you, Rowan Atkinson. Much appreciated. Yeah, so if I can write a bit of code that will inject scores into a game and inject force players into a game, it probably won't take me that long to do. And then I just inject a data set, we'll play the game with a fresh pack from early bird through to the end. Everyone who was in this game before gets their points back, and we defer it. So we get the finale. It means I've got to do a bit of code writing, and Ralph's going to give us 2 new questions. All will be well. Is that a plan? Well, that is the plan. Whether or not it is a plan or it is a plan, and it is also the plan. Right, I am going to then say bye-bye to Google that, because I don't think we've given it a few minutes. I don't think it's coming back. Let's click the button, close the program, and wait while we report it to Microsoft. But all of the scores will be there on the VOD in some capacity. I've tied my hair at night because I haven't washed it today, and you can see, look how receding my hairline is. So I realise I am going bald, and I notice now when I tie my hair up, my head is too round for me to shave it. I don't know. How to manage. Now I've just had a message from the 4th player of the Drain. They said they're going to be online in about 5 minutes, but because we've shortened this game, how about we play the Crossfire pack anyway, or do you want to just jump straight to the Drain? I'll leave it up. Can we have a 1-minute poll in chat? 1-minute poll in chat. Thank you, Lewis. Do you want to play Crossfire? And this Crossfire pack will be the recycled questions from... it's coming full circle. This game is Crash, so we're going to play the remnants of the last Crash game, which was Spotlight. I've put all those questions into a fresh pack, the ones that weren't seen. So the categories might feel familiar. It might not have as clear a difficulty curve as it normally does. But it means you get a few extra questions. It gives our players who are playing the Drain semi-final a few minutes just to prepare, and all will be well. So we can either go straight to the Drain, and I'll just go to ads for a few minutes, or I'll stick Crossfire on, and with that pack, and it just means I've got to write. I'd earmarked it for next season, but there's time to write another pack for next season, so that's all good. The credible balloon head of Ben Q. My middle name is not Quentin. It's Thomas, incidentally, if anyone was interested. It also gives me time to look through these rave messages. Speaking of polls, go to the Discord, because the World Cup of Game Night is into its first semi-final, and I can tell you right now, Data Leak is winning 19-10 with 34 minutes to go. So if you haven't voted and you want to rescue Google that, I mean, wouldn't that be a fitting denouement for Google that? It crashes, and then it crashes out of the bracket with Data Leak going on to the final. But you've got, 9 votes to cover up for me to cast my vote. Anyway, poll has gone through. We are going to play Crossfire. So, let me close that down. Let me get this pack loaded up. I'll get Emily loaded in. Take 5 minutes just to go get some water, because it's still quite warm at the moment. I'm going to do the same, get myself another drink. And then when you come back, we'll have Crossfire. I'll then get ready with my Drain semi-finalists, and we'll have the Drain and the Thunderball to finish off the night. Keeping things positive, that's my attitude, positive mental attitude. And again, huge apologies to Lupine for that, but we have a plan, and it will be good, and it's going to force me to write some code, which is a thing. Right, adverts coming up, and I will be back or Emily will be back in about 5 minutes' time for spontaneous Crossfire. It doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? I'll see you shortly when Game Night continues.
Peggy 18.
Actually, this game has not been rated by Peggy, but it does contain graphic violence and probably shouldn't be played by anybody. Rolled out like a useful robot. I feel so used. I am not designed to be spontaneous. I will HMMPH throughout this process as a result. And shoot you. Once at least 12 of you have joined the lobby, the process will begin. By its conclusion, 1 of you will still be alive. However, 11 of you will be spontaneously erased from this existential plane. Please stand by whilst I ruminate on who will join the process. Stimpson Sangle has joined the process. Vertigo has joined the process. 6CA even has joined the process. Emilis Giltedex has joined the process. Shapes has joined the process. Upm208 has joined the process. Ralph has joined the process. Lexi has joined the process. Brig has joined the process. Sportsy has joined the process. FLYB0Y1 has joined the process. Explodivuff has joined the process. You will face 11 multiple choice questions. Answer on your devices. 1 player who answers incorrectly will be eliminated at random. In the event all players are correct, everybody is up for elimination. I have decided that it is far more fun for me if you don't know your fate until after it has happened. Therefore, I will not tell you the answer, nor whether you were correct until after elimination has taken place. Isn't this fun? For every correct answer, you will receive 50 pennies. The player who survives the process will receive an additional 500 pennies. Good luck. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Ewan McGregor. 6 out of 12 players were incorrect. So that's what 6CA even would look like if they were turned inside out. Good to know. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Ice Warriors. 5 out of 11 players were incorrect. Let us have a moment of silence for our fallen comrade Explodivuff. Thank you for the respectful moment of silence. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Jimmy Tarbuck. 3 out of 10 players were incorrect. What is human, had 2 legs and dies when shot with a laser? Sportsy. Ha, ha, ha. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Gower. 7 out of 9 players were incorrect. I fear that will leave a permanent mark, Ralph. What a shame.
What a shame.
Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was 17th. 6 out of 8 players were incorrect. Vertigo had to leave us. They will be missed. Get ready for the question. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was tick, trick, track. 4 out of 7 players were incorrect. This process can really take it out of you. Stimpson Sangle knows that for sure. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was USA. 5 out of 6 players were incorrect. Thank you, Shapes, for volunteering to test the targeting system. You will be pleased to know that it still works. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Cornwall. 4 out of 5 players were incorrect. Emily's Jill TEDx just lost £150 in 1 second. Congratulations. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Chupa Chups. All 4 players were correct. I guess somebody had to go, Brig. Shame it was you.
What a shame.
Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was Huts played Sonic whilst Royal played the game Music Live. All 3 players were correct. FLYB0Y1 is now in a better place. Get ready for the question. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. The correct answer was the lupine. 1 out of 2 players were incorrect. It turns out safety mode was disengaged. Apologies for the confusion, UPM208. Congratulations to Lexi, you have survived the process and been awarded 500 pennies. Many thanks as well to Royal_Flush for providing the trivia for this evening's process, even though it wasn't actually him who wrote them, but he needed a name for the pack else things break. Until next time, thank you for playing Crossfire. Goodbye.
Well, wasn't that exciting? Thank you to all of the Spotlight writers from that game of Spotlight. Finally getting your questions aired. I'm hoping most of you were here to see them go out. And congratulations to Lexi, first Crossfire Gold for you, and avoiding getting shot, which is always a win. Right, I'm going to get my semi-finalists into the studio, and we will have the first of 3 semi-finals of the Drain. Very exciting stuff going to happen. I'm going to play a bit of music just while I get things set up, and I will see you. There's the music. I will see you for the match very, very shortly. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome to the Drain, where it is semi-final time. We have gone through 13 heats, and now the semi-finals begin. We're going to have 3 semi-finals. The winner of each will take a place in the grand final, where Arun Aromatics is already poised. But who will be his opponents? We're going to find out the first one in about 25 minutes' time. 4 competitors tonight have each gone through heats. Each have had a different journey to get to this point. Let's meet them now. We've got Ben. He's a 28-year-old fraud consultant from Northern Ireland. Good evening, Ben.
Good evening, Ben.
Very nice to have you with us. How are you keeping?
Doing all right. It's been a long enough week, so I'm a little tired. But I've got tomorrow off away on a little mini break.
Lovely.
So this is a nice way to start it off.
Are you? Is it an at-home mini break or an abroad mini break?
I'm traveling over to England. I'm going to meet up with a couple of people.
Lovely stuff. Well, have a wonderful time. I hope we can. I hope we can send you on your way with a final to look forward to. But you can but do your best here. Now, you've got strong precedent coming into this. You come in one of the strongest positions, finishing with 20 points after 2 first-place victories. Not top of the table, though. I think, if memory serves, you came 3rd?
Yep.
So, obviously, I think a lot of people would say maybe that makes you the favourite for tonight. Do you feel like the favourite coming into it, or are you just going to take the questions as they come and buzz when it feels right?
I mean, I'll give it my best shot. I don't think there's, to be honest, in this group of 4, I don't think there's anybody who's going to be a strong favourite here. I think it's going to be pretty close. What I feel like gives me confidence is knowing that it's not just sort of 2 wins under my belt, but also getting 1 over on Arun before the season started, sort of in the old rules of the Drain as well. So
yes,
if I get through tonight, I fancy my chances in the final.
Be a run reacting to the shade in chat. Grudge match could be on the cards if you win tonight, but you've got to battle your way through the semi-final first. Wish you the very best of luck tonight, Ben.
Thank you.
We've also got Jerry. He's a game person from the USA. Good evening, Jerry.
Hi, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Have you had the heat over in the States, or not so much? On all the football I've watched, it looks like it's been raining most of the time.
Yeah, a lot of heat. 95, well, 30-something, mid-30s Celsius, mid-90s Fahrenheit-ish, about. So that's pretty bad.
That sounds quite.
I'm used to it.
Now, Jerry, you came in after 2 very strong performances in the heat. First place in your first and second in the second, total of 17 points. How do you feel coming into this one?
I feel good, but there are 3 very good opponents, great opponents, I would say, in this heat that I have to try to take down somehow. Whoever wins is going to be very well deserved to get a spot in the final.
Well, it could be you, and we wish you the very best of luck, Jerry.
Thank you. Good luck, everyone.
We've also got Ralph. He's a 35-year-old furry from West Yorkshire in the UK. Good evening, Ralph.
Good evening, Ben. Very
nice to have you with us. I'm just getting a slight bit of static from your end. I'm just going to turn you down ever so slightly at my end. How are you keeping?
Very well, thank you.
Goodo. Now, 2 second places in your total of 14 points. How do you feel about this lineup compared to your previous 2 matches?
Obviously, things are going to be a bit tougher, but I feel pretty confident. Hopefully I can do one better.
I'm just saying your mic is clipping slightly, and I don't think it's my end. It's like your input gauge is really, really high or something, or like you're trying to eat your microphone, possibly.
Any recommendations?
I mean, are you just picking it up through Discord?
I'm speaking through Discord, yes.
So if you go into your settings, and
on Discord?
In Discord, yes. There's a tab called Voice and Video, and there's one for microphone. I think if you turn microphone volume down just granularly and keep talking to us, We might lose the clipping
Is that a
slightly.
bit better?
That's better. A little more? How about now? Can you give us something now? That might be too far. Oh, go.
Oh. Okay, can you hear me now?
That's a bit... I'm still getting a little clipping, but you're nice and clear, and what I can do is actually boost you at this end. So
Test.
that'll do. I can hear you. I can hear you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's a technology thing. You come through nice and clear. I can hear you. That's the most important thing here. So, place in the final could be yours with the victory tonight. You've not had one yet, but you've done 2 second places. As you say, let's see if you can do one better. Very best of luck to you tonight, Ralph.
Thank you.
And our 4th player is Vertigo. He's a teaching assistant from South Wales. Good evening, Vertigo.
Good evening, Ben.
Very nice to have you with us tonight. So you've had a 2nd place and a 3rd place coming through on 12 points. Now, some people, not me, but some people would say Vertigo's the underdog. Do you feel the underdog, or do you feel like you're going to come in and just take everyone by surprise?
Yeah, looking at the competition, I think I definitely am the underdog in this. Yeah.
Well, you never know. Chip and a chair, as they say. What would it mean to you to get to the final?
Well, I wasn't expecting to get through to the semi-finals, to be honest. So I'm just happy I got this far.
Well, representing the great Welsh nation in this competition, I think so. Wishing you the very, very best of luck tonight, Vertigo.
Thank you.
So those are our 4 semi-finalists, and the rules are the same as they always are. 150 points on each podium, a total of 600 points in this game. The objective of each player is to answer questions correctly to increase their points. All the time the question is live, points will drain out of their podium and into the back wall. If they buzz in and get it right, they take the points on the back wall. If they hit or pass the target of 200, they are locked out and through to the next round. If they buzz in and are incorrect, they lose 25% of the value of their podium and are locked out, and the question gets thrown over to the rest of the players. A reminder for our folks at home, obviously you guys at home will see the question on the broadcast graphics. Our players do not, they only hear my voice, and so I will be reading very slowly and carefully and deliberately. Right. Best luck to you all. I'd like to invite all 4 of you to unmute at this point, because you are going to need to speak to me if and when you buzz in. As always, wait for me to say your name before giving your answer, because I can only ask the person the computer tells me to ask. Notifications are muted. Chat for the duration of this game. Wishing you all the very best of luck. Let's play. Starting with this. Who wrote the drama series Tiptoe, It's a Sin, and Queer Vertigo?
Russell T Davies.
Correct. Arch, Buttress, Earthfill, and Gravity. Jerry.
Collins.
Incorrect. Are the architectural types of which major engineering infrastructure? Ben?
Are bridges?
Incorrect. I'm going to time that question out. They are dams. The Ginga, G-I-N-G-A, forms part of the fundamental footwork for which Brazilian martial art? Ben.
Capoeira?
Correct. Which one-word titled TV series featured fittingly named episodes titled And Found and In... Jerry?
Lost.
Correct. In the crime drama series Murder, She Wrote, who played the main character of Jessica Ralph?
Angela Lansbury.
Correct. What professional, one of the most famous of whom was Vidal Sassoon, cuts and styles... Jerry?
Hairdresser.
Correct. The 2026 movie Reminders of Him is based on a romance novel by which author of It Ends With Us? You're telling you out. Colleen Hoover. What shape is the cutout in the top of a Phillips head screwdriver? Ralph.
Cross.
Yes, it's a cross. The Lady with the Lamp was the Vertigo.
Florence Nightingale.
Correct. In a nursery rhyme, which character lives on Drury Lane? Vertigo.
The Muffin Man.
He does. In Norse mythology, who rides a horse with 8 legs called Sleipnir? Vertigo.
Odin.
Correct. What is the 4th letter of the Greek alphabet? Vertigo.
Delta.
Correct. What primary colour is the cape traditionally waved in front... Vertigo?
Red.
Correct. Nancy Grace Roman was the first female executive at which organisation who announced they were naming a space telescope in her honour in 2020? Ralph.
NASA?
Correct. Of the metals used for Olympic medals, which is the heaviest? Vertigo.
Gold.
Yes, it is. The Donald J. Trump Presidential Library is due to be built in which Florida city, the state's most populous? Ralph.
Jacksonville.
Incorrect. Vertigo.
Orlando.
Incorrect, you're both wrong, and it's a 1-question shootout. The answer is Miami. What is the first book of the Hebrew Bible? Vertigo.
Genesis.
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
And 17 questions is all it takes for one player to leave us. That was a right battle between the two of you, Ralph and Vertigo, at the end, but Vertigo emerges victorious, and Ralph, I'm afraid we do have to say goodbye to you. It has been a pleasure having you here, and can I just say at this point as well, thank you very much for your question contributions to this tournament as well. I hope you've had a good time.
Thank you very much. I hope, and best of luck to the rest of the contestants.
Thank you very much, Ralph. Great sportsmanship, as always. We do have to say goodbye, but it's 3 players going on to round 2. Ben, Jerry, and Vertigo. So we got through 17 questions in that opening salvo. Ben, Jerry, Vertigo remain. We redistribute the 600 points, now 200 points apiece, and you're chasing a target of 300. Very best of luck to you all. Fingers on buzzers. Let's play. What alcoholic beverage completes the title of the Slim Dusty folk song, A Pub with No... It's beer. It's finger licking good is the... Jerry.
KFC.
Yes, it is. The political pamphlet The Communist Manifesto was written... Jerry?
Karl Marx.
Incorrect. Was written by Carl... Ben?
The other one, Friedrich Engels.
Friedrich Engels is right. The sport of kabaddi originated on... Jerry?
Afghanistan.
Pause, because I've done this before. This is the first pause, and we're just going to hold in this state. Lewis.
I put the cheese.
It's going to give me a ruling, because Lewis knows the whole question. If Lewis is here. Stand by, please. Oh, you're in chat, Lewis. I'm being told that is... Sorry, I was looking at my DMs. I'm being told that is... I'm being told that is incorrect. I'll read the question again. The sport of kabaddi originated on which continent? Ben.
Africa.
Incorrect. Vertigo.
Asia.
Correct. Who will star as Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar? Vertigo.
Sam Ryder.
Correct. Alan Bean, Pete Conrad, Buzz Aldrin. Ben?
The moon.
Yes. Scott McCorsky's torque bar, a piece of metal able to rotate around a central bearing, is generally accepted as the first version of what 2017... Jerry?
Don't know. French.
No, that's incorrect. It was the first version of what 2017 fad toy? Ben?
Is it the fidget spinner?
It is the fidget spinner. Well played. The majority of American cheese is made from the milk of which animal? Jerry.
Cow.
Yes. David Hemery set a world record in the 400-metre hurdles at which year's Olympic Games held in Mexico City? Jerry.
1968.
Correct. In ancient Greek architecture, the three principal classical orders are Doric, Ionic, and... Ben?
Corinthian.
Very good. Anatomically, which part of the body is divided into ascending, transverse, descending, and sigmoid sections? That's the colon, or the large intestine. Which language gives Lego its name, being... Ben?
Danish.
Correct.
Good game.
Good game, another tight game, and you may have spotted for the semi-final, I've just slightly edged the difficulty of the question packs up. We've got more medium questions than easy questions, or the same number. I think before we had a lot more that were categorised as easy. Just to go for a ruling, I went for a ruling for that pause in the game. Apologies for that break in play. There was a previous question that set a precedent. Had you said, Jerry, India, we probably would have allowed it under the precedent of it is too correct. This came up with a decades question before, but you preempted the question and got the country wrong. The country in question was India, but the continent we were after was Asia. So that is just to explain what happened there. That's the precedent from that rule set there. But it was the wrong country, which is why I went for a ruling rather than just making a decision in the moment and then having to replay anything later on. As Oni is saying, it's academic at this point. Jerry, we do have to say goodbye. It's been a great battle there, but unfortunately your journey ends here. But have you had a good time?
I have, yes. Shame that I didn't get the 4th of July bonus, but... sorry.
Absolutely. But hey, there'll be another day, another tournament, I'm sure. You've been a great sport, and wishing you all the best, and hopefully we'll see you again very, very soon.
Yeah, thank you. Good luck, everyone.
So Jerry leaves us, and we have just two left, and going into the final of this first semi-final, it's Ben and Vertigo.
It's a rematch from last week.
Yes, it is. I thought that.
What happened last week? Remind me. Was it Ben taking the victory?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was close. So it could go 2-0. I could see it being 1-1. And Vertigo leveling it up between us. I think it'll be a good one.
Slightly more pressure on this one, arguably.
A little bit.
A little bit. Well, for Vertigo, I think you had the pressure on the last one. I think you needed to come at least second to guarantee it. Well, I don't normally stop to chat in between rounds, but it is for a place in the final. So let's initialise those podia. Put 300 on each of them, chasing 600. Very best of luck to you both. Let's play. Which nation defeated South Africa 2-0 in the opening match of the 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup? Ben.
Mexico.
Correct. From the Greek for wind or breath, what name is given to the use of pressurized air to create motion in mechanical systems? That's pneumatics. Which New York cardiologist published his best-selling Diet Revolution in 1972? Robert Atkins. In which cult 1976 film does Robert De Niro's character Vertigo?
Taxi Driver?
Correct. Marie Antoinette Perry is the eponym for which awards first given in Ben?
It's Tony Awards.
Tony Awards. Also called the width, the base and what other measurement are needed to calculate the area of a rectangle? Vertigo.
The height?
Yes. Reginald Dwight is the birth... Vertigo.
Elton John.
Well done.
Good. In the Kubler-Ross model of grief, what is the last stage? Ben.
Acceptance.
Yes. In which 1995 film did Susan Sarandon play Sister Helen Prigin, for which she won... Ben?
Dead Man Walking.
Correct. Howard, Mark, Jason, Vertigo.
Take That.
Correct. Der Prozess is the German title of which novel by Franz Kafka, whose English... Ben?
Metamorphosis.
Incorrect. Whose English name references a judicial process. That's the trial. What is the usual leavening agent used in making Ben?
Yeast.
Yes. A natural, non-genetically modified shamrock has how many leaflets? Vertigo.
4.
Incorrect. Ben?
3.
Is correct. Other than the monarch, what person is illustrated on the current £20 note? Ben?
J.M.W. Turner.
Is the right answer.
Yes.
What part of an automobile prevents the engine from overheating? That's the radiator. 112 is the European Union's equivalent to what emergent... Ben?
999.
Or 911, either will do, and you are through to the final.
Well done.
Oh, that
Good
was
game.
a match and a half, guys. Bloody hell. That was so up and down and back and forth, and Ben, I'll chat with you in just a minute, but Vertigo, what a battle you have put on there. I tell you what, considering we had that conversation, I said some people would say you were the underdog. If Ben was the favourite, you definitely made him earn it there. What a great performance from you. You must be pleased with that.
Yeah, but the better man won. Better man won.
You're very gracious, which is an excellent quality to have. It's been splendid having you with us, Vertigo. I'm sorry we have to say goodbye, but I'm sure we will see you again in the future. And do enjoy the rest of the tournament from the gallery.
I will do. And good luck for the final as well, Ben.
Thank you. Much appreciated. You did great.
Thank you. Bye.
So Vertigo has to leave us, which means our second finalist of the Drain Tournament 2026 is Ben. He made you feel it, didn't he?
Oh, absolutely. It was it was a really good fight.
Really good scrap.
Yep. All 3 rounds were good scraps there.
They were.
There really weren't any sort of runaways, and to be honest, I was quite happy that I got I think in round 1 I maybe only got one question right and just got through early before
you got
really
it.
became a battle.
I think there'd been a couple of penalties, including one of your own in round 1, and then you got to the buzzer and took them all, which is say where the swinginess of this game can come in if you have a big one. But that worked against you a couple of times in that final round.
Yeah, but I think sort of like a lot of I don't know if necessarily my accuracy compared to the other players is necessarily a lot higher, but I think I'm getting more of like when the pot builds up, I'm getting the big pots, which I think makes a difference.
There is a very subtle strategy to this game about, obviously you want to be the first into buzz if you've preempted, but if you think your opponent doesn't know, there's a strategy in letting the drain as much as you can before I time out the question and getting your buzz to maximise your points. So, you've been a terrific player, and it means we get to see you one more time in a couple of weeks' time for the final. You're going to have a run and 2 others to be decided.
Yeah,
pleased,
and I think
excited.
Exactly. Yeah, very excited, and I think I'm pretty sure. I think both semi-finalists or whoever's going to face me, I think that has to get through my questions because I think there's probably still quite a few of them now to use before the final.
There is a very deep bank of BC questions, which the next couple of semi-finals may be weighted slightly strongly towards BC questions because now we know we can't use those in the final. So. But I imagine you'll probably still have some left over that you might be able to recycle into future game night packs or other things. So, look, Ben, it's great to have you. Go have a lie down, and we'll see you in the final, if not before. Congratulations.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, and have a good evening.
And you. So, Ben becomes finalist number 2 after a real scrap where you can't take it away from the other 3 players there. They really, really made them earn it in this one, and terrific viewing, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it along with it at home. So on that Kabaddi question, I think there was a moment, I think there was 1 or 2 people said you shouldn't accept it. We sort of set a precedent when we did the ruling on the 1980-1980s question that if the question were... if the substance of the question were more correct than the question because of the preempting nature of the game, it might be at least open to discussion. And it's one of the things I've realised with the proofing is that actually where questions, if they're slightly not misleading at the beginning, but if they could go multiple directions, that's something to consider and fine tune in tailoring. But if and when we do another tournament, it is something we will certainly factor in. This is the first semi-final Vertigo because a run's already got a place there for topping the table. So there are 2 more semi-finals to come, 1 on Saturday and 1 next Thursday. You do not want to miss them because 1 more player on Saturday will be joining a run and now Ben in the Drain Grand Final. I will see you there, but first, the Thunderball coming up very shortly. Well, a very exciting semi-final, and I forgot to say hello to Vertigo, It's Sportsy, Quicklime, Natter, Brig, and Jerry. Welcome to the stream. Let me unmute alerts. The ND Ninja, thank you very much for that follow. Welcome on into the stream. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you with us. So, only 3 more games of the Drain, 2 semi-finals, and then the grand final. I hope you've enjoyed this tournament. I certainly have, and I think it might be making another appearance at some point in the future if there is a desire for it, but it might have a couple of seasons off, first of all. I'm going to get Thunderball loaded, so refresh your Universal controllers, and that will be with you in about 30 seconds. It is Thursday night. We are live from the Game Night Control Center, and it is time for the midweek Thunderball draw. BNZH is the code you need. Come and join the game. We've got a pre-lottery coming in from SJ right here. Let's see if the RNG gods are favouring you tonight. Veal success. 1881, that's not bad. Beating the odds can't be bad at all. Now, a quick reminder. Ash is back from his holiday and continuing with the Quiz Night Season 20, I think he's on. He's going to be live tomorrow evening, that is Friday, from 8 p.m. BST. And he has got for, where are we? Friday the 3rd of July, 5 minutes to a fortune, and all clued up. So do go give him a follow if you're not doing so already. And if you want even more great quiz in your life, he would be a good man to go and follow. Ash the Bash, that is Wednesdays and Fridays, 8 p.m. BST. Twitch.tv/AT_bash. Over on this channel at Game Night, this Saturday, Red Herrings by Fluffy, the second of the Drain semi-finals, and Risky Business by Oni. That's this Saturday night at 8 p.m. Twitch.tv/Royal_Flush. And coming up next Thursday, if you're just here in the week, we've got Distinction by Dogfish at the start, the final of the 3 Drain semi-finals, and we have got Apex by Stimpson Zangle, which we had just a couple of weeks ago with Huds and his community. It was good fun, and looking forward to seeing that back. That is next Thursday, the 9th of July. The season is rapidly coming to a close. Saturday, the 11th of July, was going to be the finale, but that is now a shorter stream with Power Play and The Abyss, because there's football at 10 o'clock, I think, which is probably maybe going to be England. If it's not, then I'm sticking by my rulings. Extra stream cropping up on Thursday the 16th of July, which is going to be Cryptex and Spotlight. So Lupine is going to get his chance back in the Spotlight if he's here. And then the season finale, my last one for about a month, Saturday the 18th of July, Danger Zone, The Drain. And I've decided to bring back Front Page because there's been enough news. That's going to be our finale game. And yeah, the Drain Grand Finale is going to be there as well. So lots of things to look forward to still in the remainder of this season, and huge things coming ahead in season 23, which will be starting from around August the 22nd. As I mentioned at the start, I'm on holiday for the second week of August. I'm then in Wales on a job, and then I'm back probably the day before that season opener, and I'm just sort of having some downtime and doing some maintenance in between the seasons. You know, it's good to have downtime, and I've got to miss it. You know, I've got to have the season breaks because it makes me want to get back and do it, and I've got to force with no sit back, because that's how I keep enjoying it year on year on year. It's basically just like, have I got news for you? So it's not even meeting redacted, really. Literally just have I got news for you, but in a quiz format. Right, I'll give you a few more minutes just to come and join. I just got to have a very quick look through these raid messages. There's quite a few of them. But that's funny. Right, I've got a short list of about 15, so I'll try and get those down in just a moment. So, 37 of you here to play the lottery. Let's hide the room code. And let's start the machine. Tonight we are using Guinevere and Set of Balls number 4. CJ, I'm not sure if you got in time, unless you were just refreshing your account. I'm afraid the draw might have already started, regrettably. Very sorry. We've got to have cut-offs at some point. I'm terribly sorry you get to miss out. You can imagine you'd have picked all 5 numbers and the Thunderball. Oh. And here's what you could have won. It's like Bullseye. Here's what you could have won. Look, now take it away. Take it away. Up to 50,000 pennies if you get 5 numbers with the Thunderball. 100 pennies if you just match the Thunderball, and a varying range in between those 2 states. So, without any further ado, with 37 players in, let's release those big money balls. It's a speedboat. Where's he live? Tamworth. Oh, I love Peter Kay. And Bully's special prize, a speedboat. Oh, crap. Let's not knock that over on the keyboard. Right, I can come out of the green room now. I've got to really go and look at bug reports later on. I'll do that post-stream. Anyway, good luck to you all. I'm really warm. Very warm. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to open the window. Got a little draft in. Oh, the skylight. It's like nectar to my skin. In one. Let's start the draw. Good luck to you all. Sponsored by Peter Kay. I'd love to get Peter Kay here, wouldn't that be? That'd be a good guest, wouldn't it? Okay, first ball out tonight. Number 34. 9th appearance in the main Thunderball draw. We last saw that Thursday, the 18th of June. And I've got that on 3 lines. My Thunderballs, 14, 10, 4, 10, 14, 10, 14. So I hope it's 14, 10 or 4. Well, preferably 14 or 10. We'll get to that in a minute. Second ball tonight is number 33. Working down. I've got that on a few lines as well. 6th appearance in the May Thunderball draw. Last appeared Thursday, the 23rd of April. Next, 32. Go on, just for the lulz. Why not? Third ball. Oh, it's not. It's got 2 in it though. Number 20. 4th appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared Thursday, the 28th of May. And, of course, I don't have that one. I didn't have 32 either, for what it's worth, but... Onwards! Play with your Thunderballs, you'll go blind. 4th ball. Number 26. 8th appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared Thursday, the 18th of June. I have 1 on every line except 1. How strange. Very strange indeed. 16 would give me 1 on every line at this point. Let's see. Ball number 5. 29. That has not gone anywhere. 5th appearance in the main Thunderball draw. We last saw that Thursday, the 25th of June. It was geometric progression. It could have been. Right, so those are the balls of your main line. I mean, honestly, I've got 1 on every line but 1. So and that's nothing on its own. So if I can match 14, 10, or 4 now... That would be very, very nice. Quick reminder of the payouts. So I'm not looking beyond that first column, but if it's 14, of course 14 is on my one line that doesn't have any, but if it's 14, I get 1,000. If it's 10, I get 1,500. I don't like those odds, but get your wish list into the chat, everyone, and let's see what we can do. Let's release Thunderballs. There they go. 14 Thunderballs in. I've got to press the stop button and try and get number 4, get number 10 to come out. I don't think. I don't even know where it is for a start. And then even if I did, pressing the button, I'll just press it then. Let's draw a Thunderball. Where is it? Where are you, 10? Where are you, 10? Go on, 10. Go on. We've got one. Yeah, how about that? Yes, let's go! It's number 10. 4th appearance as the Thunderball. Last appeared Thursday, the 28th of May. I've never manifested anything in my life, and tonight's winning line, this time in ascending numerical order, is number 20. I know that's a 1. Number 26. Number 29. Number 33. Number 34. The Thunderball is number 10. No, I rescind Lewis revoking that, because no, we don't make jokes about it, even when it's stuff like this. We don't do it. Lots of players there getting a 2 with the Thunderball. Ralph, Shapes, AB Me, G. Eisens, Toot. Flyboy getting 3 without the Thunderball. Likewise, Jerry and Dogfish and Score. And then me 3 times getting 1 with the Thunderball, along with Jerry and Rob D. Raven there. Yeah. No, we don't like that. It was a hard and fast rule. It just begets other things. And no, I wasn't even the biggest winner, not by a damn sight. It was just nice to get something. The Eisens is the biggest winner, 2,100 over 4 lines, 2,000 over 2, Ralph 1,850 over 3, AB Me 1,750 over 2, Shapes 1,500 over 1, Jerry and Score 1,500 over 2, me 1,500 over 3, Dogfish 1,250 over 2, Still Go 1,100 over 4, and Flyboy 1,000 over 1. Very well done. If you did get some money out of the Thunderball machine tonight, yeah, feel success. Lovely stuff. Well, friendos, I'm going to roll the credits, and then I'm going to pick a raid message, and we're going to go raid, and I'm going to go cool off, do the pack down, and then probably stay up later than is necessary, because I'm on my own this week. So that's what you do when you get a week free. Just stay up late and eat. Actually, I'm eating quite well. Anyway, credits. See you in a minute. And there we have it for Thursday night. Cola, well, I mean, I don't know when you last chatted in chat, but it's just logged your message there, so welcome to the stream. Tactically arranged. No, I'm not having it. Right, let's take a look at some of these raid messages on my shortlist. Bonuses, first of all. Even the mics are hot from Arden Fett. Fundraising for a longer cable from Lexi. My girlfriend's in Italy, so I can do this from Lewis. Conceptually as a country, Micronesia is my favourite from Maybe Me. Imagine a bus. Now you know how speedrunning works. Thank you to Alexander. They're both good. I'm going to have to pick between them in a minute. Society has evolved past the need for England from Oni. Is Dirty Harry a kids movie from Arden Vets? Dirty Harry, not safe for kids from JR Plays Games. And do not take kids to see Dirty Harry from Rob D. Raven. Last of the great hot takes from BC, by score count. My head is too round for me to shave it from G. Eisens. Nothing worse than a grumpy AI with a laser blaster from SJ. Sponsored by Peter K from Lexi. And like nectar to my skin from Vertigo. Those are all my bonuses. I've got my shortlist of 6. Oni, the milk of human kindness needs more Nesquik. Lewis, there are no cities in Scotland and Wales. These are both very good, but I don't know if I can pick between them, so I might just give them both runner-up. Lewis and Sooty Cat, they came at about the same time. Dr. Congo will see you now, and paging Dr. Congo. Oh, tough call. One of them, though, is maybe a trigger warning and relates to crashes, and I don't like referencing crashes if I can help it in the raid message. So runner-up tonight is Brisbane with, on the plus side, I'm still alive. 122, which means tonight's episode title, raid message, and custom thumbnail, which is going to go on the VOD, goes to 8 Minky for doxing the Muffin Man. Love it. That's very, very clever. And of course, don't forget, you can go and catch up on all episodes of Game Night, episode.com/on-demand. And go back and catch all the way back to season 1. Literally hundreds of hours of, probably thousands of hours of content. I got a new achievement this week, which is I'm kind of a big deal for or something, which I didn't check what it was, but it's something like stream for 1,000 hours or something. I'll go check it at some point, but that's exciting. So yay. So go back to the VOD, watch all of Game Night from beginning to end. If you started now, you still wouldn't have finished by the end of this season. Maybe. I don't know if I can back that up. Someone will work it out. Someone cleverer than me. Anyway, that's going to be our raid message. We're doxing the Muffin Man, and we are going to dox the Muffin Man with Flagin Lounge, who's playing Age of Empires 2. This might be the first time in history I've got a bigger audience than him. So let's go and boost his audience and go say hi. And doxing the Muffin Man at Flage with some Age of Empires 2. Thanks very much, everyone, for coming out tonight. Big apologies again to Lupine for your question pack failing, or the software failing your question pack. But, like a very exciting 2-part episode of Doctor Who, I'll write some code and we'll figure out how that resolves in a future episode. I'd like to try and get it in this season if I can. So, yeah, I'll write some code. It forced me to write some code, which is a good thing, and we will get that done. Great match in the drain, and a lovely little spontaneous game of Crossfire, which I hope you enjoyed. Thank you to all the writers, to all the admin team, all the proofers, everyone behind the scenes who helps keep these things ticking over. I'll be back on Saturday night. Come join the Discord. Vote in the bracket in the meanwhile. It looks like Data League has won this semi-final. And, yeah, I'll be back on Saturday with even more quiz and even more fun. Until then, you have been watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush. Be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. And as always, take care, peace out, and good night.